Hey, it's Soul. Today we'll be playing Crypt of the Necrodancer. It is a rhythm roguelike game, very unique and fun. One thing that I do want to say before we start, though. For those who do not know, my name in real life is not Soul, but it's Max. Some people probably know that already. Recently, a suggestion, a bit like a half joke, but something that I am actually trying to do is that I have started a GoFundMe campaign for video supplies, a capture card, a webcam, and a cheap headset, because the current one I have broke, is just what I have on there on like my list. The reason I want to get these things because I'm thinking of trying to start a podcast about autism, my experiences with having autism, because I am on the autism spectrum. I do have autism spectrum disorder. It's not that severe myself. And my experience with autism, the differences I notice between me and people without autism. And I'd really like to do that. I think it's a really good idea. And part of the reason I wanted to do a fundraiser was to also gauge interest in this topic. I'll put the link to the campaign in the description. I will encourage you to share it if you think it's a good idea. And that's all I have to say before we get started. And now, and sorry for plugging that, but I just feel like I'm going to say it, because it makes sense. And now, to the game. So this is Crypt of the Necrodancer. It is a rhythm-based roguelike. A roguelike is a game where you go through stuff. It has permadeath many times. It also has permanent upgrades between runs. You go through many floors of a dungeon area, starting with pretty much nothing every time, and trying to get as far as possible or beating the final boss. I'm currently playing as the default character, but reskinned to look like Chiaki Nanami. The voice is still the same though. So I have gone through zone 1 through 3 with this character, and reached the final boss for this character, Dead Ringer, at the end of zone 4, but I've never actually beat zone 4 successfully. I've streamed this a few times. As you can see, I have the bottom of the screen, we have the beat, and I have to move to the beats. Enemies all move in specific patterns as well. Like, this guy will parry a hit, you have to wait for it. I don't want to explain all the enemy patterns, that would take way too much time. Oh, so this is a boss. Well, mini-boss. It's called a nightmare. It makes the squares around it hard to see in. And the sarcophagus, destroying the sarcophagus allowed me to get down the stairs to the next area. Dang it, and I died. I frequently forget to check how much health I have. And now we have to start over at the first floor again. So that was a tempo down trap. As the name suggests, it slows everything down for a bit. In fact, if you destroy a tempo down or tempo up trap, because those are things too, with a bomb, after activating it, the effect will carry through the rest of the level. Well, the rest of the floor. So what I picked up is a blood broadsword. There are different types of weapons and different weapons in the game. For example, a blood weapon will heal you by a bit every time you get after every 10 kills. And additionally, if you only have half a heart left, it does like infinite damage and will kill anything in one hit. Broadswords hit the 3 spaces in front of you. Ooze golems. They have an annoying feature of dropping ooze and the spot wherever you hit them, and I forgot about the fireball statue. While staying in ooze, you are shrunken and can't do anything. Except for move. If you try to dig or kill an enemy, it just won't work. Now, instead of doing a quick restart, I'm going to return to the lobby because I got some diamonds. Diamonds are used to purchase permanent upgrades up here, but I already got all of those. They allow you to increase your starting health, as well as get more weapons unlocks, but I already got all of those, so instead, what I can use diamonds on is to buy items. And these items can be used, are automatically, you just pick them up in the next run. So I'm going to use the Cat of Nine Tails, which is pretty tricky, actually. The Cat of Nine Tails, what it does is you move and it attacks in a large distance around you. It's actually pretty challenging because you can hit stuff accidentally a lot. It hits everything. And the ham will restore my health a bunch. So torches increase the amount you can see. What I got was an obsidian torch. Obsidian objects what obsidian items like to do is their effectiveness increases depending on your current multiplier. The multiplier increases when you kill enemies and decreases if you miss a beat or take damage. Oh, I was hit. So the crown I was wearing prevented me from actually taking damage that time. Yeah, see, that's what I did. I moved into the place, I moved next to the golem right before it moved. Fusion reverses your movement. So the Cat of Nine Tails does attack diagonally. It just attacks like all around you. And now I'm dead. This can be a very challenging game, especially when you don't know how to edit stuff, so you can't cut out the really terrible runs. Scroll of Need gives you items depending on what you don't have. Different things have different priorities. Spears can hit up to 2 spaces away from you. They hit one enemy, and can be thrown, which it'll travel as far as it can in the direction you throw it. And if you want to use it again, you of course have to pick it back up. Daggers can also be thrown. Oops, I lost my multiplier. I just got a Torch of Foresight, which shows me all the traps. I got that torch by using the Scroll of Need because I had no torch and that was the next thing to give. So the reason that I didn't move is because there was an enemy I could hit. So this is the blood drum. Banshee. Banshees make it so that the music stops. If you've got a good beat going, it's not too much of a problem. So the blood drum can be used as many times as I want. When I use it, I will not move, and I will take a small amount of damage. But the next attack I do will kill anything it hits. Why do those things have to be able to move diagonally? Dang it, I died! Ooh. And I don't have any diamonds, so quick restart. Oh, thank you, monkey. I tried. I actually almost had something going there. Oh. Ooh, a titanium bow. Titanium weapons deal 2 damage instead of 1, and bows can hit from a range. So I'm gonna try to get a bit more diamonds on this run. Yeah, each diamond pickup is worth 4 because I'm in zone 4. Zone control. Which zone you're in controls how many diamonds things are worth. The glass shop. This allows you to buy glass items. Glass items break if you get hit, but they're really strong. Like, the glass items are actually the strongest weapons in the game. Well, the strongest base weapons. So I actually didn't take any damage from that fireball because of the glass armor. Now, of course, I don't have the glass armor anymore. Oh my. What crap? A spider! The worst time. Ooh. Whips can hit in a horizontal line in the direction you're facing, a single enemy at a time. And I don't have, so every time you buy something at the gem trader, it shuffles again. But if you don't buy anything, it stays the same. So see how there's a bunch of, so these types of walls are harder to break. I'm actually going to bomb it so I can break it, because this is a potion room. Potion will fully restore, will save you from death one time. I mean, well, I guess the Shrine of Glass can't really hurt me, because Flash shards are basically the same thing. So I was stupid, so I just drank the potion because I was stupid and let myself die that easily. Potions are your one way to heal. There's only one potion that can spawn every run, so I'm not going to see another one for a while. Titanium Whip. So yeah, as you can see, this does 2 damage, allowing me to quickly kill the golem. Trying to dig something you can't dig will usually end your just takes your multiplier away, unfortunately. Standing still also does it. Alright, so that was the boss, so the exit is not too far away. Torch. Good. I'm trying to be careful not to get too close to the spider. So I can see that that's a bat room. On bombs. So I just got the holster, which allows me to hold another weapon, and then switch between them at will. It can be good if you find another really good weapon. Oh, made it. Alright, here we go. No, so fairies will heal you if you touch them, but it's pretty easy to accidentally kill them if you have the right weapon. Oh god. Dang it! Oh, and I happen to not get any diamonds either, so we have to restart. We were doing pretty well, too. The goblins dig up the walls here, so they can be really frustrating if, you do your stuff time so they can quickly cause you to get overwhelmed. Trap room, there's just a ton of traps in it. Ring of Luck! Holy water, I always forget to use it when it's available, but it causes damage. Not really the best time to use it, but Let's get out of here. Oh my, we're low on health. Ah, I did. That was so stupid. Yeah, but yeah, as you can see, the stuff at the diamond dealer is still the same. I really want that bow. I don't like to mess with golems. Golems are very strong and will kill you very quickly if you're not careful. Especially ooze golem, because you can't take advantage of their slow movement as much. You have to constantly move around them. Nice. So the nice thing about a longsword is that it hits multiple enemies. So this is a key, meaning that somewhere on this chest there is a chest for it to unlock. Yeah, as you can see, stuff tends to go pretty well if you can manage stuff. Just not take on too many enemies at once and things tend to go fine. Oh, thank goodness. Last time I played this, I had such bad food RNG with the shops. There's just never any health items in the shops. This is a mimic. Oh, I thought I could dig that with the titanium shovel. This allows you to sell items. Oh, I forgot to look for the chest on the last floor. I'm not sure it can actually spawn on later floors or not. Oh, that was bad. That was very bad. Enemies can do a lot of damage later on. No! I'm sure that there was a potion next to me. Oh, I just couldn't. I just wanted to get rid of that bat. Oh well, I will grab this and this. Too bad I won't be able to grab the ham. But, so the monocle will let me see all items on... So, like, up there's a ring of peace. Ring of peace is really handy. It gives you one extra heart container. And makes it so that, all the bosses on a floor, all the bosses you come across will be their the weakest version of the boss. So it's very useful. But there's some cheese, which is of course a healing item. But I'll have to take a bunch of damage to get there in the first place, so it's not that worth it. This ball has diamonds. There's a teleport crown inside that. There's a teleport crown. There's a crown of teleportation there. And a leprechaun over there! Leprechauns appear when gold is left out too long. You don't want them to touch you, because you'll lose all your gold. If you can kill them, you get a bunch of gold. Oh, oops, I'm an idiot. I placed that bomb in a place that destroyed the cheese as well. Low health. If I did that a bit smarter, I would have that cheese. Oh, I can't really get through that without getting hit by the spider, which I do not want to risk right now. There's some ham right there. Oh. Knowing where to find healing items is one advantage of a monocle. And there's a potion there. Oh, that's good. Sometimes there are invisible chests. Oh, wait, I'd be able to see it. I have the monocle, so yeah, that's it. I have plenty of gems for my diamonds for my next run. Gold weapons do 1 damage, but if you attack an enemy the turn immediately after stepping on gold, you will get infinite damage. So that chest contains shades, which I think they might increase. I think they increase your damage, but they do have some drawbacks. And this statue contains a filled heart container. Filled heart containers are extra health, but you start with it full. And out we go. Alright, here goes nothing. Not the best way to start this off. Oh no. Oh, my heart is pounding so much right now. Oh my. Oh right, I do still have the potion. That is good. I want to try to save that for the boss if I can, of course. So, this dragon would normally not be green. The green dragon is actually quite easy to beat. Once you get used, if you know how to beat any dragon, you can beat a green dragon pretty easily. But, the only reason it was green is thanks to the Ring of Peace. Alright. We now have 10 maximum health. Oh, it's been so long since I made it back down here. Dead ringer. I know some pretty crazy dead ringer strats. So, hitting a bell causes the boss to spawn. He always aims for whichever bell is red. And Deadringer himself is invincible. You have to, if you get horizontally or vertically, if you get into the same row as him, he will chase after you, and you have to get him to do this to destroy the bells. You can also ring the bells yourself, as you have seen. Oh, I didn't know you could ring it more than once. Or maybe that's just a glitch. I also find the Deadringer music really cool. So I do no longer have a potion. Alright, we're almost there. So the next thing I need to do is get him to run into the gong. We did it! Oh my god! I beat Deadringer! Yes!
Dad?
Cadence, I'm sorry.
Yes!
Under his spell. Leaving so soon.
That is the Necrodancer.
I guess you don't have the heart to face me.
That was Dorian, Cadence's dad.
I think I know how to defeat him, Cadence.
The truth is, he was enslaved by Deadringer. He was enslaved by the Necrodancer and forced to become Deadringer.
The Necrodancer!
Now I must fight the Necrodancer. Oh my. Use all walls to your advantage. Oh my. So I've never gotten this far before.
Reanimate.
Ghosts only become...
Reanimate.
You can only hit
Reanimate.
ghosts by moving away from them.
Reanimate. 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 Reanimate.
So what I have to do...
Reanimate.
Well, I did know how to do the Deadringer fight. I have just figured out how to do the Necrodancer fight as we go.
Reanimate.
So this is all new to me.
Reanimate. Reanimate.
The enemies are getting tougher.
Reanimate. Curse you. Give me that loot.
All right. Oh. I know I've seen the golden loot before on the wiki, but I can't remember its hitbox exactly. It's like a lot of places around you. But yeah, so that bat's the other mini boss type, which you didn't get to see because I destroyed the bat bell immediately. In Deadringer. Yes! First try Necrodancer! It is done!
It was a golden loot you were after. But why?
You're about to find out.
So Cadence came to the crypt to find her father. We're going in there for reasons that she didn't know. We were playing as Cadence, but I had it reskinned to be Chiaki Nanami from Danganronpa. And this is the first time I've actually beaten this game. Oh, yes! Yes, that is so satisfying. I think I'll let the credits roll, and then I will stop recording because I need time to bask in this wonderfulness. There are plenty more characters and more modes, and even an entire DLC I don't have. So there's still so much I can do here. But this has been the ending of Crypt of the Necrodancer. Yeah, I can't believe I actually just did that. Yeah, I will go over it one more time just in case you didn't fully understand what happened. I'll just go quick story one more time. So Cadence went to the crypt to find her father, who had gone there years ago. And we get down to the bottom of the crypt, we get to zone 4, we fight Deadringer, and after we beat Deadringer, we find out that Deadringer is actually Cadence's father, forced to serve the Necrodancer. And breaking the bell on his head has freed him from that curse. Then you fight the Necrodancer together. You get the Necrodancer and destroy the stage that he's on, and then you need to grab the golden loot to hit him. The golden loot has this really weird hitbox. So yeah, the pixie, if you attack a pixie, it explodes, but if it just touches you, you'll actually heal a lot. But, kinda failed. But it can be really tricky to do that when you have weird weapons. These aren't all the actual names of the bosses, like the mini bosses. So here's some of the bosses that you guys didn't actually get to see, but I have faced these guys before at various difficulties. The bosses are randomized every zone. Deadringer is not. Deadringer is only the boss of Cadence's story. I think the Necrodancer is too. And these are DLC bosses, I believe. No, wait, no, that one's not. I know that one is because I've looked at the wiki, but I will not say what that is here. Or why the golden loot was so important to Cadence's father. Why they were looking at it in front of a grave. We will find that out, but not in this video, because I have accomplished enough for one video. Yeah, before I end the video, I will just show a couple other characters, I think. But, so every character, you must go through each zone one by one separately. There's also all zones mode. The end, is it? Oh. And all zones mode, you go through every zone. Normally, you just... Oh, that's so sad.
New character unlocked.
So, by beating Cadence's story, you unlock Dorian. And
New character unlocked.
you can now practice fighting Necrodancer. You also unlock Cadence's mother, Melody, and the story continues with her. So welcome to the beaten game. I actually went through it so much without winning that I actually upgraded everything. So these 36 diamonds are only going to be worth this stuff. Really? Because if you don't use diamonds, they're gone. Because you can use diamonds to unlock boss and mini-boss fights, but I've done all of that already. So these are the normal bosses: Deep Blues, King Konga, Death Metal, and Coral Rift. And then here are special boxes like Deadwinger and the Necrodancer. These 4 bosses can appear at any zone, and they appear at whichever zone is appropriate. So Zone 1, you'll have one of these 4. Zone 2, it'll be these. Zone 3, Zone 4, etc. There's also a Zone 5 in the DLC, and more bosses as well. So, there's All Zones mode, which you go through every single zone. Daily Challenge, which is All Zones mode, but it has a specific seed. The Tutorial, which is a how-to that automatically starts the first time you go through the game. Dance Pad mode, which starts you with some extra items, and you go through Zone 1. All Zones mode Seeded allows you to put a specific seed into the mode. A level editor allows you to make your own levels. You can also do local co-op. We're going to go down to the character select so I can show you these. We've got Cadence, that's who I'm playing as now. This is her. She's just reskinned to be Chiaki Nanami from Danganronpa right now. That's an official, actually, it's not a mod. Melody, her mother. She actually has the golden loot, as you can see at the start. The story continues with her. Arya, who is unlocked once you beat with Melody. Dorian, Cadence's dad. He has Cursed Boots of Leaping. So Boots of Leaping are an item that allows you to move 2 spaces at once, but you can choose to not. With Dorian, if you move slow, you will take damage when you move. So he moves like extra far, but you can jump over things, but you also land on things. Eli, this is Cadence's uncle. He is unlocked after you beat Zone 1. With him, you can't just attack enemies. You don't find weapons. You cannot attack them straight up. He has like a special weapon if you have the DLC, I believe. But he has infinite bombs enemies, and that's your only method to attack. Cadence and the Bard are unlocked by default. Bard is also default gameplay, but instead of moving, it basically makes it free roam. And normally, when the song ends, you're automatically sent to the next floor, and often in a room full of enemies. But Bard, the song will not end. Monk is unlocked, I believe, by being the second zone. Monk has Valve Poverty. Shops will each give you 1 free item, but if you touch a pirate, you will just die immediately. Dove. She's a pacifist. You do no damage. You can't find weapons. You get this thing called a rose. You get a rose instead, and the rose, if you move into it, if you attack an enemy with the rose, instead of dealing damage, it'll confuse the enemy, causing them to move in the opposite direction that they normally would. And the first time you confuse a specific enemy, it'll actually drop its gold. And instead of fighting bosses, all the exits are automatically unlocked. I actually before as Dove. So dummy. Coda. To unlock Coda, you must complete an all characters run, which I don't know exactly what that means yet, but you have to unlock everything except Coda to get that. Coda is a mix of a few characters. Then there's Bolt. Like, you complete the game with Monk to unlock Bolt. And what Bolt does is Bolt goes twice as fast. The beats go twice as fast, and I think you might take damage if it's a beat, I don't know. But Bolt, everything goes twice as fast. Coda is a mix of Arya, Bolt, and Monk. Gold kills you, but shops give you a free item. Arya, which you have half a heart of maximum health. If you miss a beat, you take damage and instantly die because you only have half a heart. And Bolt, so Coda is gold kills you. You can't miss any beats, and 1 hit will kill you. And everything is twice as fast. Very, very challenging. I don't know what all these are. Story mode plays Cadence, Melody, and Arya. Then, like, all 3 of these, which is just the entire story in one go. Random character, obviously do a random character. And Deathless mode. You all zones repeatedly without dying. I don't know if that means you start over at the start or not. But that is Crypt of the Necrodancer. That is my first time beating it. I'm actually really happy about that. That'll be all for now. If you're wondering about Learn to Kaizo, I intend to continue that at some point. I'm currently taking a break from that. I might make another crypt video soon, but until then, see ya!